Today we are going to be dealing with choosing an account. So we're entering a new unit on financial services. We're going to start with banking. We're going to work our way all the way through credit cards and loans, scams, things like that. So today we're going to be dealing with different types of banking and different types of bank accounts and how to choose the best account for what you're needing. So we have self-service banking is anything that you can do on your own without physically going into the bank and talking to a person. Full service banking is when you have to go in and you have to speak to a person or a teller, as they are called. Transaction is any activity within your bank account or your bank services. Your PIN is the number that you have to put in before you can buy something using your debit card. It's supposed to be a secret. If you don't keep it secret, that's a bad life choice. You should always keep that secret. Don't give that to anybody. So some types of bank transactions that we have could be a withdrawal of money. We could have a deposit of money. We can have a money transfer. We can have checks. So you can go in, you can order checks on your account if you have a checking account or a savings account actually. And you can write the check and then the money will come out once somebody cashes that check. You can have pre-authorized payments. You can also have bill payments. So bill payments can also fall under pre-authorized payments if you set it up that way through your bank. Debit purchases. You can, there we go. You can go in and you can have currency exchanged. Now I'm going to go through here and I'm going to put like a lovely little star beside currency exchange because the currency exchange needs to be, you're going to have to go into the bank to do that one, I guess, is what I'm trying to tell you. Along with all the following ones here. So you can have a traveler's check, money orders. If I could spell, life would be easy. There we go. All of these ones here are going to involve going into the bank and actually talking to someone. Sometimes this one here, a pre-authorized payment can also, you might also have to go down to the bank and take in like your bill or a stub of some form. You can have direct deposits, another way that you can have bank transactions. There's a whole bunch of them. So that's just a few in our list. So number one here is an example of if a bank charges you $7.50 a month, how much do you pay in a year? So if I want to know how much I'm paying in a year, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the $7.50 that I get charged per month. I'm going to multiply it by how many months there are in a year. There are 12 in case you didn't know. And we're going to wind up paying $90 per year. Now, you as a student may or may not have to pay the monthly fee on your account. Reason being, a lot of times banks have student accounts or accounts for kids under the age of 18 where you don't have to pay that fee. If you are paying that fee, it might be for another reason because your bank account is a different style, a different setup. You need more transactions. That's what's offered in your free account. But for the most part, students do not pay a bank fee. So example number 2 says your bank account allows 20 free transactions. Then they cost you 20 cents per transaction. How much will you pay in fees for 57 transactions? So we're now going to have to figure out, we get 20 for free. So how many am I paying for? I'm going to be paying for 57 minus 20. I'm going to be paying for 37 transactions. Now 37 transactions times 20 cents, I'm going to be paying a total of $7.40. Okay. Now you can upgrade a plan that costs $8 for 50 free transactions and 10 cents per transaction. Over that, would you change your plan? And what would be some reasons to switch to this plan? So if I get 50 for free, that means I have to pay for 7, right? 57 minus 50 means I'm still paying for 7, but I'm only paying 10 cents for them. So I'm going to go 7 times 10 cents it's going to cost me 70 cents. But then I also have that $8 from the original bank fee. So the account fee itself was $8. So I have $8 plus my 70 cents. So this account would cost me $8.70. Would I switch? At this point, no. If I'm only making 57, it's still cheaper to pay 20 cents per transaction over 20. If I start making like a lot more transactions than the 57, maybe I would think about it. But right now, I probably wouldn't switch. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So you have the option to also pay $12.50 a month for unlimited transactions. Would you switch? Well, this plan's going to cost me $12.50. How much am I actually going to save? Right? So I want to know how many transactions would I be entitled to at this point. So right now I'm paying 20 cents per transaction. So I'm going to take the $12.50, which is the cost of this account. I'm going to divide it by the 20 cents per transaction. So if I do this, type in my calculator, I get 63 transactions. So I would have to go over my 20 free transactions by 63 in order to make this account worth it. This account is not worth it unless I'm making 83 transactions. That's when this account becomes worth it. So if you have to track your money a little bit before making a decision on trading your account. See how many transactions you make. Maybe this was a low month and you didn't make as many as you normally would. In that case, maybe you would have to change. But for right now, we don't want to change because we're paying the least amount we possibly can. Example number 3 says a bank customer has reached the limit of his free monthly transactions and will now be charged $1.50. Ooh, that's really steep. For each additional transaction. He buys groceries for $139.86, gas for $51.95, and 2 movie tickets for $26 on his bank card. What is the total that's going to be deducted from his account? So he made 3 extra transactions at $1.50 a piece. So if I take 3, multiply it by $1.50, I'm going to wind up getting, I'm going to wind up with $4.50. But that's just in fees. Now, they want to know the total amount that's being deducted from his account. We're going to take everything he spent, add it all together, add the $4.50 into it, and we're going to wind up with a total of $220.31 being deducted from his account. Last example is the following is an example of different bank accounts that are offered. So we want to take a look. We want to see which one's going to give us the best value if we make 2 deposits, 5 withdrawals, pay 4 bills online, and we maintain a $1,000 balance. So we're going to calculate each account. So I'm going to say this here is account A. This one here can be account B. This one here is going to be my account C. And this one here can be account D. So if I'm going through and I'm doing this, I have account A. I can pay a monthly fee of $3.90, but it gets waived if I have the $1,000. So currently I'm not paying for anything because I have $1,000 in my bank account. I get 10 free transactions. So in 1 month I make 2 deposits, 5 withdrawals, and pay 4 bills online. That means I'm using 11 transactions. If I use 11 transactions, I'm going to be paying for 1 transaction, and a self-service transaction, these are all self-service transactions that we made, by the way, is going to cost me 50 cents. So this account is going to cost me 50 cents. B, I have a $10.90 account fee. This $10.90 account fee is going to only be paid on half of it if I am a student, which you are. It's going to be waived if we have $1,500, which we don't. We only have $1,000. So we're going to wind up paying the $10.90, and we're going to take that. We're only paying 50% of it, so we're going to multiply it by 0.5, and we're going to wind up paying $5.45 for that account. And if we pay $5.45 for this account, we get 25 transactions, so we fall within that. We don't have to pay anything else. So transaction C, it's a $24.50, $2,000 to waive that fee. We don't have $2,000, so we've got $24.50 as a charge. You get 40 transactions, so this one's going to cost you $24.50. And D is called your bonus savings account. So there is no fee for this, but you only get 2 transactions and you're charged $1.25 per transaction after that. So I have 11 minus the 2 free ones gives me 9. So I'm paying for 9 transactions at $1.25 a piece, which means I am paying $11.25 for this account. Now, when we're talking about what is the best option, obviously for current reasons right now, our best option is this one here, option A. And the reason, we're going to pay the least amount of money with option A. However, option B would be a really good option if you make more than 11 transactions in a month. So maybe this was an odd month, you made less. Option B isn't a bad option. Option C and D are not good options. Unless you're a super good saver and you have $2,000 or more lying around, then the full service account is totally worth it. D, never a good option unless it's a strict savings account that you take zero money out of. So you have to be super conscious. What is the purpose of your account? Is the purpose of your account to save money so you're not taking money out of it? Then D is obviously your choice. If you're taking cash and you're taking money and you're doing things and buying stuff and it's not a savings account, in this case, A or B would be your 2 options unless you have the savings to have more than $2,000 at a time.